As you know, Ms. Eric, I've, as a council member, reported to the committee, your committee, many times on developments within Oro Valley. I would suggest that the elected officials of Sun City appoint a similar elected official from Sun City Oro Valley to come to our council and report on what's going up here. The way to combine our efforts or to come up with new ideas, some creativity for, like we could turn this into the community center. All we have now is a hot little room in the back of the library. But that, there's a lot of vitality up here in Sun City. When I first got involved with what's going on up here, I couldn't believe it, including last Saturday night at the rock and roll club here. There's a lot of vitality here, and I think there's a lot of opportunity for Oro Valley to take advantage of the talent here to help us make it a wider, you know, I talk about community all the time, and this community really isn't separate from Oro Valley. In fact, I'm working with a group now called Silver Citizens, who came to me envious of Sun City Oro Valley for their many programs and their activities and their vitality. They want something too. These are the folks that asked for a senior center. So we're doing for them a health fair in November, and the whole event will be called Dare to Be 100. I've aligned one of the leading clinical physicians from Stanford to speak to the group. One of the people that I met early on when I formed the Coming of Age series for CNN back in 1991.
Pat Straney.
Okay, the partnership connection that you're asking about with Oro Valley and Sun City, I would say I would bring to that the beneficial partnerships that Rancho Vistoso and Sun City has developed over the last 5 or 6 years. Rancho Vistoso's got 5,000 or approaching 5,000 homes plus the innovation influence. Sun City's got 2,500 homes approximately. We have put together, again, mutually beneficial arrangements and points of contact. When we're doing something in Rancho Vistoso, Sun City people know about it. When Sun City people are doing something, we know about it. Something as simple as a boulevard redo that we did when Rancho Vistoso took it on. When it came to Sun City, they were responsible for their own sections. I personally shared those plans with the architectural group here at Sun City. Sun City went through a little bit of a false start, perhaps before they got their final view of that. But as things like that, it can be expanded. You can always find, you don't have to invent everything yourself. You can learn from the wealth of opinion and talent that we have in our communities and find common ground and common benefit from listening to each other.
Dr. Harmel.
And I think really it's just a matter of getting you guys to engage. As you know, I was a very big supporter and a big proponent of having Oro Valley name involved in Sun City, because you embody really what we are as a community. We're very active, we're very outdoors, you're very energetic. But you know, having said that, the flip side of it is that I think to a great degree you're disrespected. To be honest with you, I think society is very quick to dismiss history, and unfortunately for you, you're part of history. But what I keep telling my kids and what I keep telling the younger generation is you allowed us to have not what I have, but you allowed my kids to have what they have. And I think it's really overcoming that fear and getting over that fear about, boy, if I take the leap of faith and get involved in the town and then throw out the name Sun City, how is it going to be viewed? And I will tell you, we have a phenomenal hire in Greg Caton, our town manager, phenomenal communications director, who really wants to get all of the citizens involved in the town of Oro Valley, and really starting with Sun City. So I think it's really trying to recognize the opportunities, because there are many opportunities there, and then really taking that leap of faith, knowing that you will be welcome. Because I will tell you, once your generation leaves the face of this earth, my father included, the world changes forever, and in a very bad way. You know, you guys are the ones who taught us those true words: integrity, honesty, loyalty, respect. And I think it's just a matter of really reintegrating yourself and looking actively for the opportunity that the town of Oro Valley provides you and embracing that opportunity.
Mary Schneider.
Talking about opportunities to bring our multi-generational group together. I don't think it's Sun City versus the rest of the town. I think it's generations and integrating their activities together. One of the things that the newly formed Youth Advisory Council wants to do is partner with the seniors up here in Sun City. And one of their programs that they're well on the way of planning is coming up and giving computer classes and helping everybody who has an iPhone, an iPad, an whatever, and solve their problems. You know, if you have a computer problem, hand it to a kid. You know, they'll fix it in 5 minutes. So they realize that they possess a skill that perhaps you do not. It's a foreign language to you, it's nature to them. So they are looking at ways of setting up a schedule of classes to come up. That's just one way to engage. Also with the Veterans Heritage Project, our high school students have been recording World War II stories of veterans in our community in Oro Valley, and they're creating each year a book that goes in our library. They respect what you have done more than you can imagine. You have the opportunity to be great mentors for them. We're looking at opportunities through the schools and through community groups to bring your ages together in ways that you both will enjoy. I like the idea that Lou Waters mentioned about having someone from Sun City come routinely and talk to us. We, as council members, rotate through the Sun City Board meetings and sometimes the Governmental Affairs Committee meetings, and keep your community updated as much as we can. But I like the idea of more interaction, and frankly, come talk to us. We listen. Thanks.
Don Bristow.
Well, I guess I don't have all the answers to this one. Certainly what I think would be important is for the residents of Sun City who have a lot of opportunities right in their own community to identify what benefit, form a group to identify what benefits and what reasons you have to further draw yourselves into Oro Valley, which we'd like to see everyone do, of course. And then with those, what your plate of offerings that you think would be a benefit to Sun City and what Sun City could benefit the town, then get together with the town and make some decisions on how you might partner together. But you know, it's really a decision that has to be made by the residents of Sun City, and they have to decide what they want to partner with the town in and what they don't. And maybe half of you don't want kids coming and fixing your phone for you. It's embarrassing. I'm embarrassed when my niece is always fixing mine, but those are the things that really you have to decide, and then you have to meet with a comparable group with the town and decide if there's common grounds and how you can both benefit from a further association with the town and the other citizens of the town.
Joe Harnett.
You know, I think we do a lot of partnering already. I don't know that we do it on a formal basis. We see Sun City folks volunteering at the library. We see Sun City folks going to our aquatic center. We see them at the steam pump. I don't have this real clear line between Oro Valley and Sun City. I laughed to myself. I thought, well, it's nice to know that everybody thinks that Oro Valley is a great place to be. I mean, you could have named it Sun City near Tucson and watch your property values go wherever they go, and obviously you didn't do that. You didn't hire a consultant to come up with this thing, did you? Never. We are partners on everything we do. We maintain your streets, we do the street lights. I just don't see the division. If there's something that you think is lacking there, or some partnership that you think you need, you gotta come tell us. Because I think you're already so fully integrated into the community. In fact, we're a little jealous of some of the facilities you have. There's no question about that. This center, for one, great sound system, the things that you do, and you know, you do offer things to the community that maybe you don't realize. The Rancho Stoso HOA board meets here. You open your facilities to outside groups. So I think you're a bigger part of Oro Valley than you think you are. At least I think you are. And if you think you're not and you're missing something, you gotta tell us. Thank you.